Okay, now the first way to solve these two equations, we can eliminate the variable x or variable y as the first step. And to do this, by multiplying the first equation by 3 and multiplying the second one by 2. So here will be 6 and here will be negative 6. So at this situation we can adding two equations together, so we eliminate y. Otherwise we can thinking to make the coefficient of x are equals, then we can eliminate x. So follow me to see how we will do that. From equation 1, we will multiply by 3. So this will give me 9x plus 6y is equal 30. And from number 2, equation number 2, we can multiply by 2 here, multiply by 2 to get 6. 2 times the 3, that means 6, to be 6 like here. So this by 2, it will be 10x, and this multiplied by 2 will be 6y, and this will be multiplied by 2 will be 8. Then we can just add the two equations together, and by this way we got a new equation without y's. So here we got 19x and here 0 is equal 38. Then divided by 19, we got x is equal 2. As we got the value for x, then we just make substitution about it in either equations, the first one or the second one. By make substitution about x in first one, substitute about x is equal to in number 1. What we will get here, 3 times 2 plus 2y is equal to 10. That means 6 plus 2y is equal to 10. By moving 6 here to the other side, it will be a negative. So 2y will stay in this side, and the other side will be 10 minus 6. So 2y is equal to 4. then divided by 2, we got y is equal to 2. So as we got x and y, then we got the solution. So the solution is 2 and 2, 2 and 2. This one way of solving the equations, the two linear equations. The answer is 2 for x and 2 for y. Now let us look for another way of solving these equations. We can do eliminating y or x by just follow these steps. Let me get any of those equations, like the first one. From 1 also, we can say from 1, this another method to solve these two equations. From 1 we see 3x. Now if we move 2y to the other side, so it will be a negative. So it will be 10 minus 2y. Then let us get x only here. That means we have to divide by 3 every term in the equation. By dividing by 3, we got x here. Here 10 over 3 minus 2 over 3y. This value for x, you see there is y here. We will make substitution about this in the second equation. Here substitute about x in number 2. Substitute about x in number 2. What we will get? We will get here 5x, and then instead of x we will write the value, this value, which is 10 over 3 minus 2 over 3y. This is the value of x here, minus 3y is equal to 4. And we try to simplify this equation. Here we multiply 5 inside the brackets. That means 50 over 3 minus 10 over 3 y, then minus 3y is equal 4. Here we can make the denominators are equals. Here is 1. So to be 3 here, we have to multiply here by 3. Multiply here by 3. And this, because there is no y or x here, we will move it to the other side. Here the denominator is 1, also by multiplying by 3 here and multiplying by 3 here. So the new form, it will be 10 over 3y minus 9 over 3y is equal, here 12 over 3, which is 4, and this will be moved to the other side. Here is negative, see? Here is negative. This negative here. Negative 10 over 3. We move this to the other side, it will be negative 50 over 3. You see, all the denominators are equal, so we can multiply all the equation by 3 to get rid of the denominators. So here minus 10y minus 9y is equal 12 minus 50. Okay, those together will be 19 in minus 19 y's, and those will give me negative 38. So dividing on minus 19th both sides, we got y is equal 2. Y is equal 2. So as we got y, then we make substitution in equation 1 or equation 2 to find x. Make the substitution in any of the given equations. Let me do it in the first equation. So 3x plus 2 times 2 is equal to 10. That means 3x plus 4 is equal to 10. Then 3x is equal 10 minus 4, which means 3x is equal 6, and by dividing on 3 both sides, we will get the value of x. X is equal to 2. So we got value of y and value of x. So the solution is 2 and 2, as we got in the first way of solving the problems. Okay? Now, as we mentioned, two ways to solve these two linear equations. Also, we can do it by third method. The third method is the graph. Just to draw the graphs for the two lines. This represented by line and this represented by line. To do that, we have to be accurate when we get the scales for the graph. If you consider here x-axis and here y-axis, this is the third method of solving these equations. Get the first equation and make table like this, values for x and y. to find 2 points on the first line. Just get the intersection point with y-axis by putting x is equal to 0 here. So 2y is equal 10, then y is equal 5. And repeat that again by finding the intersection point with x-axis by putting y is 0. So 3x plus 0 is equal 10. That means 3x is 10. So x is 10 over 3. 10 over 3, that's means 3 and 1/3. This is the table for the first equation. And we do that for the second equation. For second equation, we'll do the same. X and y here. And get the intersection point with y-axis by putting x is equal to 0. In this case, negative 3y is equal 4. That means y is negative 4 over 3. And to get the intersection point with x-axis, let y is 0. So when we put y is 0 here, we got 5x is equal 4. That means 1x is 4 divided by 5. So as we got 2 points here for the first line and 2 points for the second line, and we draw them, and the intersection point between them is the solution for these two equations. Also, I will do that here. I'll do it here. First on x-axis, let me see, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Try to get a suitable scale to draw your graphs. Here is negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, and so on. For the first line, we said x 0, y is 5. X 0, that's on this axis. Y is 5, so this point here. 0 and 5. 0 and 5. Here x is 10 over 3 and 0. That's mean on x-axis. 10 over 3, I said it's 3 and 1/3. 3 and 1/3. Here is 3 and 1/3 like here. So this point. 10 over 3 and 0. And we draw the line passing by these 2 points, this line. This is the first equation. Now the second equation, we'll take this chart. X is 0, that's mean on y-axis, x is 0, y is negative 4 over 3. Negative 4 over 3. That's mean negative 1 and 1/3 here. So x is 0 and y is negative 4 over 3. Now x is 4 over 5, y is 0. Y is 0 at the x-axis. 4 over 5, that means less than 1 here. So this point is 4 over 5 and 0. And we connect these 2 points together. So the line passes through these 2 points. This is this line. From this graph, you see the intersection point is the solution for the 2 equations. Here, the intersection point, you see its coordinate 2 for x and 2 for y, which is the same solution we got from the previous 2 methods. So we here explained 3 ways to solve the linear equations together. You just follow one of them according to the circumstances of the question.